What's up, guys? Welcome to Over the Top Talk. I'm here with Owen.
What's up, everyone? Thank you for joining us tonight.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic, especially after that pay-per-view. How about you?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm doing great too for the same reason. And we got a very special guest today here. Jake St. Patrick.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, it is he, it is him, it is
What's up,
me, the
man?
Jake of all trades, Jake St. Patrick. What's up, man?
How you doing?
Just getting off work, so I'm doing all right.
That's good. That's good. That's
Perfect.
good. Well, just like before we get into our first question for you, just like show the world who you are. Tell them who you are.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, like I just said, it is I, it is he, it is him, it is me, the Jake of all trades, Jake St. Patrick, coming to you live.
Awesome.
Perfect.
All right. Well, we just got 10 questions for you today, and we're gonna start off with our first one right now, and it's what kind of inspired you to become a pro wrestler?
Watching it. My granddad used to watch it when I was just a young pup.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and of course, my older cousins and older brother kind of followed suit. They kept watching it, so it was on TV. Didn't really have cable growing up, or able to watch what I wanted to watch growing up because one of the adults had the TV, so I could only watch what they were watching. And of course, granddad's watching wrestling, so I'm watching wrestling. Cousins are watching wrestling, I'm watching wrestling. Brothers watching wrestling, I'm watching wrestling. So that's kind of how I got into it. Liked it from day one, fell in love with it, and here I am.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Um, were there any like particular matches or people you kind of like looked up to?
Oh, absolutely. So the first thing that I can actually like vividly remember is this is gonna show my age. We had the VHS cassette tape of the 1991 Royal Rumble, and it had a bunch of female or bunch of superstars on the front of it, like colorful superstars, like the World Warriors, Demolition, Ultimate Warrior, Mr. Perfect, Hulk Hogan, Boss Man when he had like the light blue thing on,
Mm-hmm.
Jake the Snake, Macho Man, like it had all of these like colorful superstars on there. And match number one, opener, Rockers versus the Orient Express. Of course, the Rockers being Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. I took a liking to Shawn Michaels, and we see how his career went. So yeah, that's kind of who I emulate after. That's kind of who I. One of the main reasons why I fell in love with the business was watching Shawn Michaels as a rocker, and then of course him going on to become the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn
Mm-hmm.
Michaels.
Awesome.
Is it
How about any of those wrestlers kind of inspire your moveset?
Oh, absolutely. Of course, Shawn Michaels,
Yep.
Ric Flair, Bret Hart, The Rock, Rey Mysterio, Rob Van Dam, Jeff Hardy, Eddie Guerrero. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that pretty. I mean, I like every wrestler that was considered like a great. I kind of take one or two things from them, and people don't
Mm-hmm.
really realize what I'm taking from them or what I'm using that they used like a couple of times or they use all the time, but people just don't notice it because it's so minuscule and nuanced to where people don't notice it or they don't pick up on it, but it's things that I pick up on. So like you'll never know that I'll emulate something from Eddie Guerrero or something from Chris Jericho or something from The Undertaker or something from Batista. Like you won't unless you're paying really close attention, you won't realize what I'm taking from each of these guys.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
perfect? Kind of getting into like your career. How would you say you prepare yourself mentally and physically for a match?
Uh, I've gotten to the point where to me another match is literally just another day at the office. I'm about to go clock in and do what I love doing. So for me, there's really no. I mean, my preparation is studying my opponent if I know who my opponent is going to be ahead of time. So if I know who my opponent's going to be ahead of time, that's how I prepare for the matches. I study that person. If I've never seen them wrestle before, or if I have seen them wrestle before, I'll like pick a certain match that they've done, like on YouTube or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch this real close and see how he does this, how he does that, how he moves. How his footwork is. What moves does he do? How fast is he? How slow is he? Like I look up,
Mm-hmm.
I watch all of that stuff. So I would say that's probably the most I prepare for a match. Other than that, it's like another day at the office. I stretch, I listen to my music,
Mm-hmm.
and I have what I want to do in the match set in my head, and music plays, and here we go, baby.
Perfect.
That's awesome. Um, what would you say is kind of like the most challenging part about being a wrestler?
Making it to where you want to be. That's probably one of the most challenging parts. You know, a lot of people, in this business that are actually wrestlers may or may not say that they don't want to make it to WWE. They don't care that they don't make it to WWE. I think they're full of, as Uncle Shannon Sharp would call, bull jive. I
Mm-hmm.
think anyone that's in this business that is a wrestler or a referee or in this business in any way, shape, form, or fashion, they want to, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, make it to WWE. Now, there might be few and far between that really don't care if they don't. But me personally, that's probably the most challenging thing is how do I get there? What do I do to get there? Who do I have to get in front of? What do I have to do to impress them? Like it's just that's probably the hardest part of being in the independents is trying to make it somewhere where you can get signed or where you can get more notoriety, um, more publicity, more eyes on you. Like
Mm-hmm.
for people who love this, they don't do it for the money. I mean, yeah, of course, money's definitely a bonus, but they do it for the love of the business. So they're what they're trying to do is they're trying to entertain as many fans at one time as possible. So whether you're on the independents and you got 15 people in the crowd, or you're in WWE and you got 15,000 people in the crowd, and everywhere in between, AEW, NWA, OVW, MLW, Ring of Honor, New Japan, all of that. Like you're trying to do what you love to do in front of as many people as possible.
Perfect. Obviously, you guys are always like throwing your bodies around. How would you say you handle the physical toll that this sport puts on your body?
So I played football in high school, and I did a year in college. Uh, when I was growing up, I fought my cousins. I fought my older brother. Fought my older sister. I like all my older relatives in some way, shape, or fashion. We fought all my relatives, all my cousins that are around my age. We fought. So like I'm used to fighting. I'm used to like that physical contact. So like as far as physical pain, that's to me that's fun. So I mean, of course, just like in football, everything is gonna hurt. Like, oh
Mm-hmm.
God, my shoulders hurt, oh my arms hurt, oh my legs hurt, oh my stomach hurts, or my ribs hurt, or my back hurts, or my neck hurts. Like something's gonna always hurt. But that's the name of the game. That's the nature of the beast. As Devon says, Bubba always says, this ain't ballet. It's
Yeah.
like every time you step in that ring, something's gonna come out hurting more than what it did when you went in. And
Yeah.
again, I relate it to football. Most football players aren't going to go through a full season without hurting something, without spraining something, without possibly dislocating something. Like I have no idea how many times I jammed a finger playing football, or sprained an ankle, or sprained my wrist playing football, or something like that. But I played through it, or I powered through it, or I tried to tough man through it. And that's honestly most of us do is we just power through the pain.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Um, would you say like there's any pressure performing in front of a crowd?
Uh, I would say in the beginning of my career, yeah. Just because you want to put on the best match you possibly can. You don't want to mess up. If you got family in the crowd, you want to make sure your family make your family proud. Whether you win or lose, you had a good match. You know, You always want to have the best match you possibly can. So in the beginning of my career, I would say, yeah, there was pressure, but now, as I said before, it's to me, it's just another day at the office. Like as soon as that music hits, all right, let's go to work, baby. So now there's no pressure because I expect to have a good match. That's what I expect of myself, regardless of who I'm in the ring with. I expect to have a good match, regardless of what type of match I'm in. I expect to have a good match. That's my expectation. That's my standard now. So if I don't have a good match, or if I feel like it's not up to my standards, I do highly criticize or highly critique myself. I'm definitely going to be my own worst critic. Like no one's going to critique me worse than what I am. Now, of course, when I ask other people for critiques, I'll ask them. I'll say, "Is there something that you saw that I didn't see?" Right?
Mhm.
And once that happens, all good.
Awesome.
Have you had any like funny fan interactions?
Uh, as a heel, yeah. As a heel, when I'm a heel, yeah. I have a lot of fun fan interactions. I like to get under their skin. Like I like to tell them all the time that you know what, you should aspire to be like me. You should want to be like me. Look at me, I'm a champion. Look at me, look how I look. You should want to be me, but instead you boo me. You boo because I'm better than you. And so when I'm a heel, I definitely like to get under fans' skin. Um, but yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. Like like your typical oh boo, you suck. They might throw a popcorn or something at you, but like nothing too outlandish where they're throwing drinks or they're throwing full plates of nachos or something at you. I have had a kid come and try to kick me one time though,
That's awesome.
but that just means I'm doing
Um,
my job.
definitely. Um, could you like share any advice for anyone that wants to start wrestling?
Regardless of what your age is, regardless of what your athletic background is, if it's something that you want to do it. Um, I started this when I was 26 years old. I should have started way sooner than that, but I'm not gonna use the excuse if I didn't know how. There was things that I wanted to do before I got into the business, but I just didn't know how to get into the business until one day I just said, forget it. I'm gonna contact the owner of this building that runs wrestling shows, and I'm gonna get in contact with whoever runs the wrestling company that runs the wrestling shows in this building. I did not want to live my life with the what if. Even as a kid, I always said I wanted to be a pro wrestler before I started playing football. Then football took a front seat, pro wrestling took a back seat. Once I stopped playing football, both of them were in the back seat. I didn't know who was going to be in the front seat with me. And then, like once I graduated from college and started working, I started watching wrestling again, and wrestling took the front seat again. And I was like, okay, I got to find a way to get into this. I said I wanted to do it. Now I'm going to do it. So for anyone who wants to do it, try it. I will say that being an actual pro wrestler is not for everybody, but pro wrestling is for everybody. So if you don't make it as a pro wrestler, then try to be a referee, try to be a ring announcer, try to be a commentator, try to be the audio guy, you know, try to be a helping hand in any way, shape, form, or fashion. You never know where it's gonna get you. You could eventually be a talent scout. You could eventually be a coach or something. You could be something. I get it. Like you want to be a pro wrestler, but again, like I said, it's being a pro wrestler is not for everybody. So try it. Definitely try it because you don't want to go through life saying, "Oh, what if I would have done it? I could have possibly made it." Yeah, if you would have tried it, anything's possible. But you have to try first. You can't fail or succeed until you try first. You have to try. And then if you fail, try again. And if you fail again, try again. And once you realize like, okay, maybe pro wrestling, like being inside the wrestling ring, being an actual wrestler is not for me, but let me be a manager. Let me be a valet. Let me be a ring announcer. Let me be a ref, commentator, all that stuff. I have my hands. I wear many hats when it comes to professional wrestling. I've done ring announcing. I'm currently a coach / trainer right now. I do wrestling in the ring. I've done reffing before. I can do commentary. I can do the music. Like again, I hold many hats when it comes to this pro wrestling thing. I'm not just good at being a wrestler. That's why I call myself the Jake of all trades. Because I'm not just good at one thing. I'm good at all of it.
Awesome.
Perfect. And this last question we got, what's your like dream with this wrestling?
WWE, as I said before, WWE. I would love to be WWE undisputed Universal World Heavyweight Champ. I would love to be that. I would love to be Intercontinental Champ. If they bring the Cruiserweight Championship back, I'd love to be that. I'd love to be the Speed Champ, Tag Team Champ, U.S. Champ,
Hmm.
World Champ, all that. I want to be all that.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, those are all of our questions for you. But with everyone that comes on, we want to give them time to shout out anything they got going on or upcoming events. So we'll give you the floor for that right now.
Absolutely. All right, so let me go to my wrestling schedule. All right, so I will be if anyone knows who Booker T is, and anyone knows what his independent wrestling promotion, Reality Wrestling, I will be there next Saturday, May 11th. I will be at Reality Wrestling in Houston next Saturday, May 11th. That is my next show that's coming up. After that, I have Universal Championship Wrestling out in Palmetto, Sunday, May 19th. Saturday, May 25th, I'm at Local Pro Wrestling. Sunday, May 26th, I'm at Pro Wrestling Action. Saturday, June 8th, I'm back at Reality Wrestling in Houston. Sunday, June 16th, I'm at Universal Championship Wrestling out in Palmetto. Thursday, June 20th, again, Universal Championship Wrestling out in Palmetto. Friday, June 21st, I'm in Atlanta at Battle Slam. Saturday, June 22nd, in Atlanta again for Battle Slam. Sunday, June 23rd, I'm at Full Impact Pro FIP in Tampa. I got a lot of stuff coming up. So guys, just be on the lookout on my Instagram. That is Jake, Jake.st.Patrick. That's ST.PATRICK. So again, I'm gonna say that slowly. That is JAKE dot ST.PATRICK. That is the Instagram. You can follow my Twitter at Bangarang Jake. That is BANGERANGJAKE at Bangarang Jake. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Give me a like. Give me a comment. Give me a follow. Follow my YouTube channel at Jake St. Patrick Wrestler or Jake St. Patrick Wrestling. It's going to all pop up once you type in that. Again, you'll see my wrestling schedule, my upcoming events, promo pics, videos from me training, videos from my matches, promos, all that stuff. You're going to see all that stuff on my Instagram, on my Twitter. Go ahead, give me a follow, give me a like, give me a retweet, give me a share, give me a shout out. And I'm the Jake of all trades, baby. Every day is St.
Yep.
Patrick's Day.
Awesome. Well, obviously, you guys heard the man. Go follow him on all of his socials. That would mean the world to us. And we want to thank everyone for watching. It was a great podcast. Thank you, Owen. And thank you, Jake, for
Thank you,
giving
guys.
us your time. All right. Hope you have a great day, everyone. And we'll see you next time.
All right.